Well, good evening, good people and Eagle fans, and I should say 49er fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great Taco Tuesday. It's almost in the books. What's crazy is it's already Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I've got Dan Salio already texting me about making sure that I can be on tomorrow. And I said, yeah. I said it won't be quite as painful this time because the Cowboys at least didn't get mollywopped. But week number 5 is the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow's already October 1st. It's crazy how fast this year has gone. And I guess my birthday will be soon too. FYI, if you want to give me something for my birthday, you know what would be really cool is if I hit 140,000 subscribers for my birthday. I know that I'm about 1,500 away, and that would be a lot in about 2 weeks, but you got to have goals in life. Anyway, we have now that it's week 4 is in the books, the Cowboys could be getting some more players because we have the injured reserve people that were designated to return. So on that list, we actually have quite a few players that we could get, including the rookie Savon Rebel. He's now eligible to return. Now, here's the thing. Before you get excited about Savon Rebel, keep in mind, he's a rookie. He's a rookie who has not played football since last September. Okay? Last September in college. All right? So that's the first thing you have to think of. And he's recovering from an ACL. So he has never practiced with the Dallas Cowboys. So don't look for him to be the savior week 5. Okay? Just don't. This is my cupola. I've been working all day, and it is going on 10 o'clock. But I want to get this coat of paint on here because I want to get this thing finished. And I've got a lot of work I need to do on my day job. So I'm here working. So beyond Savon Rebel, who, when you look at some of the guys that are out there, he might not be the worst thing. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? He gets beat deep? Hell, that's an everyday thing for us. But I'm sure they're going to bring him in and try and get him up to speed and see what they can get. Phil Maffa, running back. Now, we do know Miles Sanders got injured, and we don't know how severe his injury is. And we know that Jaden Blue, they're seemingly getting closer and closer to actually activating him. And it may be that he gets activated because that Miles Sanders is injured. So I don't know that Phil Maffa is going to be a game changer for us. Okay? We get cornerback Josh Butler back. That might not be a bad thing. Josh Butler's got some experience and has, of course, played some for us before. That's definitely a big positive that they can bring back off of injured reserve. So I like that a lot. Ceylon Carson, second-year player, cornerback, hyperextended his knee or something with his knee. I thought it was, I actually thought it was an ACL, but I was wrong. Forgive me. I do make mistakes, and I don't profess to be unfallible. I'm sure that my buddy will find the clip and post how wrong I always am, because that's what he does. Okay. Then, Ceylon Carson, at least has some experience. He wasn't, I can't say that he was great last season, but he's got some experience. And in your second year, you should start getting better. Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver. Mingo, we've been waiting on Jonathan Mingo since we traded that 4th round pick to pay dividends. So he's eligible to return. Maybe because CeeDee Lamb, it's possible CeeDee Lamb, they were talking about CeeDee Lamb may be possibly, probably unlikely to go on IR. I'm remembering when Dak Prescott messed up his hand when he broke the thumb, they didn't put him on IR in hopes of him coming back early. I don't see them doing that with CD. But they've talked about that. I heard Mike Fisher talking about that. And it's like that. It wouldn't make sense to put him on IR now after he's already missed one game. And Peyton Turner would be the last one that's eligible to return. So it's not, I guess in some regard, it's good that we haven't had major players that are injured that went on IR that we're waiting to come back. But it would be nice to get back some really quality players to help get back out on the field. So, and we're still at Overshown. Overshown, they think by the end of November we'll be ready to go. I still think the way he's been moving and working on the band side to side, that I think it's going to be before the end of October. My biggest worry, of course, is when you're a football player, you always think you can go. You are always ready to do battle. And a lot of times, you got to be saved from yourself. That you end up going out there well before you're ready. And I think that was the case with Diggs. He went out there well before he was ready to go, before his body was, because he's trying to prove a point to the Cowboys. And I hope that's not going to be the case with Overshown, who's watching his teammates. You know, you're sitting here looking, Dak Prescott is having an incredible season, and it means nothing if we keep giving up 40 points a game. I mean, it's crazy that Russell Wilson threw 450 yards and got benched after playing us. So there's that. A lot of you all know me, like really know me, and some of y'all know more about me than maybe you should, thanks to my stalker. I've been doing YouTube since 9 years now. 9 freaking years. And I've always been a very open person. And a lot of y'all have my cell phone number, know my address, know where I live, and so on. And I have done events, tailgates and things, and the draft, and I'll say, hey, come on through, and invited people to my home. Because I grew up in a time when you used to leave your house unlocked. And I got to remember that the world is a different place now. That with the internet, and trolls and people doxing and all those kinds of things, that you have to be careful, because a lot of sick people out there will hate you for no good reason. A lot of people out there have mental issues and are a little bit crazy, and you don't know what a caged animal might do, a crazy person. And so I've been doxxed. All y'all know my stalker, sort of, that you've had pop up in your feed. Mark Holmes has done this, or Mark Holmes has done that. Mark Holmes is, yeah. Because Lord knows, this person is truly obsessed with me and thinks that it's really cool to make up lies and stories about me, and thinks it's cool to put out other people's information, and literally stalk anybody who's a friend of mine or working with me. And that ain't right. That ain't right. And it's not real cool when people put your stuff out there. Because this stalker, not that I'm a big fan of Cop Pizzle, but having Cop Pizzles being doxxed by this person, I wouldn't want it to happen to anybody the way I've been treated. And my mama always taught me, treat others the way you want to be treated. But I'm curious, and I know you're watching. I know you're watching, buddy, because you're always watching. I've never seen anybody who will literally go through every video I have. I feel sorry for you, to be honest with you. But I wonder how you would feel if I put your stuff out there. If I let people know who you were. If people found out that you were literally denigrating some great people's lives, that you were disrespecting people that have passed. Wonder how it would be if the people that you do work with if they knew that you were creating a felony, because doxing and stalking, there are laws out there against that. Oh, I know. You are too smart for anybody to know who you are, Frank. Beach Ball Chronicles. You're too smart, too clever to be caught. Right? Well, yeah. I just want you to stop for a moment. And if people knew that you've actually been out there doing all of this stuff, while at the same time backstabbing. One of my favorite old songs. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. They're backstabbing. Backstabbing. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. They're backstabbing. Backstabbing. Yeah. It's amazing. So I got to be a little more careful about who I allow to come hang out and stuff. Unfortunately, it's a sign of the times. Not bad. Well, I got done what I said I wanted to get done today. Oh, it's on the camera lens. Okay. I was sitting there looking, there was a blotch. And I was like, I don't see a blotch on it. I wanted to get this done. And see, you know, the funny thing about me is I may not get things right away, but my beautiful bride in there, I met her at JMU, 1984. It took me 18 years. 18 years, but I never gave up hope. Yeah, I never gave up hope. And right now, she my baby. So, keep that in mind for your next video.